Hello, everyone. This is Shauna, and I'm coming to you today with a book chat. It's been a while since I've done this kind of feature on my channel, and I have been reading, I just haven't been recording it. So I wanted to come back to you with one of the books that I was reading last time, which I told you that I would come back with. It's a book called Crocodile on the Sandbank. Let me share my screen at this time. Hold on. It's the book is Crocodile on the Sandbank. It's the first book in the Amelia Peabody series of mysteries written by Elizabeth Peters, one of the author's surnames. She wrote her Egyptian mystery series under the pen name of Elizabeth Peters. And the name is a combination of the names of her two children, Elizabeth and Peter. The author actually got multiple degrees. She got a bachelor's degree, um, a master's degree, and then a PhD in 1952 in Egyptology from the University of Chicago. And she actually went on to write not only suspense novels and other historical novels, but she also wrote two books on Egyptology, which are still in print. They've never been out of print since they were first produced. Um, but the series at hand, the series that we're considering here, centers around a woman in her 30s in the late 1800s named Amelia Peabody, and she is living at home with her father. And her father, who was an antiquarian, a historian, and a scholar of his own right, taught his daughter, because she was the only one around, taught his daughter to be the same. And so she grew up with the same penchant for languages and history that her father had. Um, but she, after he dies, she decides that she needs to do something with the fortune that he has left her. And so she decides to undertake travels of all the places that her dad and she had been studying. And so she goes to Egypt and she goes to see the pyramids at Giza and she goes to see the Sphinx, and hijinks ensue. She meets a young woman um, before she departs. She's making plans to go to Egypt, and her companion bails out on her. So she needs another companion. She hires a young Egyptian man to carry her baggage, run with her um, to be her companion. Not, as she explains, because it would be improper at that time, because you learn about Amelia's character that Amelia does not care about being proper in the least bit, and she's very, very independent. This book, for being a little bit of a product of its time period and reflecting its time historically, is written from a very feminist point of view. So the character of Amelia is very strong, and she is constantly putting herself and proving herself to be on the level of the men around her. Um, but in any case, Amelia meets within a short time of being in Egypt, meets a companion, and that companion is Elizabeth Barton Forbes. And Elizabeth Barton Forbes has a story all her own about how she's been disgraced by the man in her life and left alone. So you have these two women that have been sort of left alone and abandoned, and they find each other, and it's about solving kind of Evelyn's problem. It's about solving Evelyn's problem with her significant other and her uh, her father and grandfather. So I really enjoyed the book. It wasn't something that I would hastily reread a bunch of times, but I really enjoyed it. And I do plan to continue the series, although not right away. But when I do, I will come back to you and I will report. If you're a fan of historical mystery without a lot of grist, there is some some violence, but it's not gratuitous. If you want a spot on historical setting with, like I said, a historical flavor, then I think these books would be perfect for you. And I hope to come back soon with another book recommendation off my reading list. This wasn't necessarily on my shelves, but it has been on my reading list. There are still some books on my shelves that I want to get to that I haven't yet. And hopefully soon there'll be uh, a little chat about the other book that I read recently, also the beginning of a series. But hopefully we'll chat about that soon. I will see you in my next video. Stay safe and be healthy, everyone. Take care. Bye for now.